over 100 yards a week ago and found his way to the end zone.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater. Play fake. Bridgewater. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Bridgewater. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game, to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Bridgewater now. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. They juked him, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. And 10 at the 35-yard line. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Bridgewater again. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Over the middle to Evans. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now Bridgewater. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Swift. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got that down.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
One play action. Fields. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, and then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. A handoff, Fournette running left. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Bridgewater. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Bridgewater. That's complete to Troutman, right side. And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Fournette is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Ryan Santoso now for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here come the Lions now. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On play action, Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And some space here. Shreds it with a stiff arm. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers 30. 49 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Fields. And Sharp calls it in. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Swift. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This 2nd quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop it. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And trying to find Shark, but it's intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 2nd and very short, Bridgewater. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Bridgewater on first down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
It's with the cover 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 27, Bridgewater. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll find Fournette again here. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, will be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
On first and 10, it's Swift. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Fields. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I have to tell you, Brandon, I feel like a coach right now because I'm wondering why the angle route continues to be so effective when as an inside linebacker, you're always taught, don't let someone cross your face. If they want to go outside, it's okay. But they make that outside fake, cut back inside, often to great success.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Fields. And this is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. On 4th down, Fields. He's got this complete to Williams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So this offense able to convert on 4th. And now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On the move to his left. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll try it now with Swift. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. We got a brand-new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Up the gun, Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. The inside handoff down to Fournette. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Play action now. Bridgewater. Finding Evans here, going across the middle of the field. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Ford Field. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Bridgewater to throw it. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. The throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And the lead is now 21-14. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 89 yards rushing for it now as he has been tremendous all day long. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Joe Tryon Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush. 4th down. Fields has to have this one. Steps away. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. The 20, 10, and it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And the lead now up to 14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And Detroit back in possession of the football. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Pick six last drive. Here's Fields again.
He'll buy some time right, and that'll be incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Play action. It's Fields. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand the field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Now it's Fields. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Carlton Davis picks it. 20. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll give Fournette another crack. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Throwing, Bridgewater. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Up and good for Santoso, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And Detroit getting set to go now. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made, and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Joe Tryon able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
It's now third down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
They snap it to Fields. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And the Bucs are on this one. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And for the visitor.